everyone, that Manga Kid here to do my July 2018 pickups video. Sit tight, there is a lot to get through. So I'm going to start off with the stuff that I bought used. I have a couple used bookstores in my city, so I went to both of them one day and found quite a few interesting titles. So I did find another Cardcaptor Sakura. This is the final volume. This is the Master of the Clow Volume 6, which is like Volume 12 of the Tokyo Pop editions. I am slowly but surely collecting these, so that was just another one I found. I found Volume 1 of My Pathetic Vampire Life. This is a Seven Seas title. I believe it's only 2 volumes long, and it's just about these two vampires who are on a loop cycle of repeating high school over and over again. They've been alive for hundreds of years, and this guy here is bored of constantly repeating high school, but now he's got a class that's kind of interesting this year. It's okay. I've only read a bit of it. It's fine. I had wanted it when it first came out and never got it because I figured it wasn't going to be great, but I found it for a few dollars at the bookstore, so I bought it. Then I found Volume 2 of Strain. This is a series I definitely want, and when I saw it, I just bought it. It was a few dollars. Yeah, I think it's 5 volumes long in total. This is out of print. This is a pulp release. Yeah, I don't know much about it, but I know that I really want to read it. And then something I'm super excited for, I found the first 3 volumes of My the Psychic Girl. This is an old Viz release. It's got the French flaps. They're in really nice condition. I paid $15 each for them, so that's Volume 1. There's Volume 2 and Volume 3. Super stoked about these. I believe there are 6 volumes in total, but I have the first 3. I wasn't planning on spending like $45 that day, but I saw these and I could not leave the store without them. So yeah, I've got the first 3 of My the Psychic Girl. Super stoked about that. And then Kijiji is like Craigslist in Canada, and I found someone on Kijiji selling a ton of manga, so I got a bunch of volumes for $1 each. So I got the first volume of Yotsuba. This is the ADV release, not the Yen Press one. I don't really care. I've always wanted to read Yotsuba, and so for $1 I get to read the first volume, and I'll see if I like it. I also got the first 3 out of 5 of My Girlfriend is a Geek. I've read the first volume. I don't think I've read Volume 2 yet, but I really loved the first volume. These are adults, so it's a nice change from normal shoujo stuff. They're adults, and he has started dating, I believe she's his coworker. She's a bit older than him, but she's an otaku, and I believe she's a fujoshi. And it's just funny hijinks of him, this regular guy, dating this fujoshi girl. And it's quite funny. I really am enjoying it so far. I also got Volume 1 out of 2 of Flower in a Storm. Haven't read this yet. It's just a shoujo title. I'll buy Volume 2 at some point, but figured for $1 can't hurt. Then, something I'm so excited about, I got the first 3 of Monkey High, again for $1 each. Monkey High is something I read when I was about 13, I think, for the first time. I read it from the library, and I don't live in that city anymore, so I can't get it out of the library again. But this is an 8-volume series about this girl her father was a politician, and there was some kind of scandal, so she's now at a regular high school, and she starts dating this boy who everyone says looks like a little monkey. So yeah, it's just a cute high school romance that I really enjoy. I can't wait to read again, so I'll buy the rest of the volumes at some point. And then I already own these, but I bought Volumes 1 and 2 of Lovecom because Volume 2 is out of print, and I figured for $1 each, I could just buy them and resell them or whatever. I don't know what I'm doing with these yet, but I do already own them. And then he also had some volumes of Princess Jellyfish, So I bought off of him, not for $1 each, these were more expensive, but less expensive than buying them new. I bought Princess Jellyfish Volume 1, 2, 3, and 6 because I already owned 4, 5, and 7. So now all I need are 8 and 9, and then I will have that complete. So I have started reading Princess Jellyfish now because before I couldn't. I didn't have the first two. So I've read the first two, or I didn't have the first few volumes. So now I've read the first two, I believe, and I absolutely love it. And then he also had Volume 1 of Bunny Drop, which is a series I've wanted for a while. So I bought Volume 1. And that's everything I got from the guy on Kijiji. And then I noticed on Chapters that a few other volumes of Bunny Drop were on sale, so I bought Volume 2, Volume 5, 6, and 8. Yeah. This is a story about a little girl who is an illegitimate child. The parents die, and a distant relative takes her in. The first half of the series is her as a little girl. The second half of the series is her as a teenager, I believe. I know it's a bit controversial. The second half of the series is. I'm still interested to read it. I watched the anime years ago and enjoyed it, and I'm probably just going to enjoy this as much. So, yeah, I'll get the rest of the volumes when they're a decent price, but for now, I have a few of them. Then, just generic stuff that I was buying. Sundome Volume 7, just another volume that went for a decent price, so I've got a few more to get of that. Flying Witch Volume 6, love these covers, love this story, super chill, kind of fantasy, but mostly just slice of life title that I really, really love. Arakawa Under the Bridge Volume 3. There was a vertical sale on Chapters last week, I believe, so I bought quite a few vertical titles that I needed to catch up on. So Volume 3 of Arakawa Under the Bridge. Absolutely, if you love comedy and like stupid hijinks and funny characters and zany, wacky situations, Arakawa Under the Bridge is for you. It is absolutely hysterically funny. Volume 2 of Tokyo Terroreba Girls by the same author as Princess Jellyfish. I don't think my camera's focusing, I apologize. I haven't really read much of this yet. I'm just buying them as they come out so that I don't have to try and buy them later. Then Chapters was also at the same time as the vertical sale having a buy two get one half off of Dark Horse titles. So I bought Omnibus 1 and 4. I also bought the other two, but they're not here yet, of the Kurosagi Corpse Delivery Service. I don't know if my camera will focus. Potentially not. I apologize. Yeah, this is a series about people who have kind of supernatural-ish powers. They go and find dead bodies and then fulfill the wishes of the dead person, the final wishes of the dead person. Very explicit. Parental advisory is there for a reason. Super stoked to read this. I've wanted to read this for a long time. And I finally also got Satoshi Kon's Opus. This is, I think, the last title by Satoshi Kon released in English that I didn't have, and one I'd been wanting for a while, but this is quite expensive for this one volume, so I never got around to buying it, but with the Dark Horse deal going on Chapters, I decided to get it. Haven't read it yet. This is a gorgeous publication. This feels nice. It's super dense. There's some color pages. It's really nice. And I love everything I've read by Satoshi Kon so far, so I'm sure I'm going to love this. Then I made a Right Stuff order about 4 months ago, during a Yen Press sale. So finally, 3.5 months later, they actually sent the order. So this just happened to come this month, but I did order it months ago. I ordered a few things that were not Yen Press because these are things I couldn't get anywhere else. I owned Volume 2 of Castle Mango because my cousin I got it from my cousin for a couple dollars. This is a yaoi title. It's 2 volumes long. I owned volume 2, but volume 1 was also out of print, so I couldn't get it. I loved this. This was a really great title, and I just really enjoyed it. It's about a kid who lives, his parents own a love hotel, and this guy works in directing porn. And so, yeah, you can kind of guess where this is going. But I actually really enjoyed it. The story was nice. The art, let me see if I can find some backgrounds here that are actually nice. Not really. Nope. Finding lots of not appropriate stuff. So anyway, yes, but I like the art in it. It doesn't have just plain backgrounds. The characters were great. I really enjoyed it, and I'm glad I bought that so I could finally read what I had already owned. And then this is another series I've wanted for a long time. I believe this is Right Stuff's one of like their print-on-demand things. I could be wrong, don't quote me on that. But this is a Tokyopop title, Supply, which unfortunately was never finished and also unfortunately is not focusing. This is a josei title about a working woman who, I think it's just her daily kind of struggles with love and work at her office job and just depression, I guess. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But I'm told it's a very realistic portrayal of just a working woman who is trying to navigate adult life. So basically, this is an omnibus 4 and 5. I believe there are 10 in total in Japan, but this is as much that was published in English. So unfortunately, I don't think we will ever get the rest of it. These covers are gorgeous. I'm so excited to read this. This is one I've wanted for so long, and then I was making a Right Stuff order and figured I might as well get it while I'm buying other stuff anyway. Yeah, so excited to read those. And then on to the Yen Press sale part of my Right Stuff order. Finished off Your Name by buying volume 3. This is the final volume. Yeah. And then I owned already volume 1 of Bungo Stray Dogs. This is a cool, funny, oh, I think it's focusing now. This is a really funny kind of parody manga about this detective agency. There's some supernatural elements, but I watched the anime and it was absolutely hilarious. So I'm really excited to read the manga. The art's pretty good. I haven't started reading it yet, but the story from the anime was funny and good. And I'm really stoked to read this, so I now own 6 volumes of it. Because I believe at the time that was all that was out when I made this order. I think volume 7 might be out now, but I could be wrong. And then I also continued Love at 14. This is volume 7. This is a quiet story about middle schoolers who are in love. These two are the main characters, but there are lots of other couples as well. There are always tons of color pages in the book, and yeah, it's just really sweet. It's fun. I probably will make a video about this soon because I really love it and nobody talks about it. Continued with Aka, 13 Territory Inspection Department, sorry, by Natsume Ono. This is probably going to be my favorite Natsume Ono work once I finally get all of them and read it. I watched the anime and absolutely loved it. This is a political drama, and Natsume Ono is one of my favorite mangaka because her stories and her characters and everything is so, and her art is so intriguing. And this is such a wonderful title. I think there are 7 volumes, 6 or 7 in total. I cannot remember. They're not all out yet. I believe there's only 3 out right now. But at the time, this was the only other volume that was out when I made this order. Scumwish, volume 6. I think there are 8 in total, and I think all of them are out now, but maybe volume 8 isn't out yet. But again, at the time, volume 6 was the only one out that I didn't have already when I made this order. So yeah, this is a title about unrequited love and using people and sexual relationships, lust, that kind of stuff. I like it. It's not fantastic, but I really like it. Then I got volumes 1 and 2 of Silver Spoon. This is a title about this boy here, Hachiken, who doesn't know what he wants to do with his life, so he wants to get away from home and decides to apply to a agricultural high school. He's a city boy, he knows nothing about farming, but thinks that it's going to be a breeze and that he won't have to do much, so he goes there instead of an academic school. And it is hilarity, just hilarity ensues, because he knows nothing about farming. He's at this school with all these kids who have grown up on farms, and it's fantastic. So I have the first 2 of that. And then I ordered all of Barakamon that was out. Unfortunately, the reason my order took so long was because Volume 3 is on back order. So they decided to take Volume 3 off of my order in order to get it to ship. And so now I have 1 through 15 minus Volume 3, which is frustrating because now I can't read most of these volumes until I get Volume 3. So I'm a little upset about that because I wanted to read this, and I ordered 15 volumes of it, and now I can't read it yet. So, and you might say, well, we'll just order Volume 3. I can't order Volume 3 from Right Stuff unless I want to pay like $30 in shipping for 1 book. And I can't order it here because these cost $20 each in Canada. So I need to wait until it goes on sale at Chapters, or I find it used, which is not likely. So yeah, so this will be a while probably before I can read this, unfortunately. But I did buy, I guess, 14 volumes of it. Yeah, I'm excited to read this. This is another dude goes to small town, quiet. That's kind of what I'm in the mood for lately. So yeah, I'm super stoked to read it. I've heard lots of good things. I like the art, and the characters look fun and enjoyable. So yeah, I'm excited to read it once I finally get Volume 3, and I believe Volume 16 comes out in sometime around the end of this year. I don't remember exactly. But anyway, that is all the stuff that I got for July. I believe it is 65 or 66 volumes. I may have counted wrong, but it's over 60 for sure. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions about any of these series, want me to make a video, talk about them, or if you've read them and want to let me know what your thoughts are on them, please do in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I will see you next month with not as many books because I spent way too much this month. Yeah. See ya. Thanks for watching.